Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here as we count down to getting down to the big one. Backlash 2016. First time we've had a Backlash since 2009. WWE is going with the whole thing of more is more with the WWE Network. I'm guessing with the brand split, I'm guessing with USA saying, hey, please make SmackDown a brand that matters. Maybe thinking that since there's more pay-per-views, more people will think that $9.99 is a better deal on the WWE Network. I'm one person out there that's probably going to say that I wish less is more. In this world of professional wrestling, we've been talking about this for a few months now, ever since I put out the video talking about the changes that were happening in my life and basically wrestling almost taking a lesser role in my life. And I still make videos here and there along the way when things pop up that's big news, like we had the 3 suspensions in 2 days, the Alberto Del Rio, the Paige, and the Eva Marie. Those were fun videos to make. But I think last week I made a video about Monday Night Raw and the Fatal 4-Way. I made a video that night when Kevin Owens won the championship. And then I went a whole week without making a video because there was nothing really to talk about. And in the last few days, I've had the WWE Shop unboxing. We talked about Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. We talked about Kurt Angle returning as a part of the next year's WWE video game. And, there's been stuff along the way. But honestly, when it comes down to it, in my mind, there's too much wrestling on TV. And last night was really fun with the whole delete or decay TNA. As long as people are talking about Impact, it's going to make me happy because of the fact that it's something that never really gets talked about. I have to listen. Well, I don't have to listen to it, but of all the shows that are put on F4W, I love being an F4W subscriber. The only show that talks about TNA Impact is Filthy 4 Weekly, which is Filthy Tom Lawler and Brian Alvarez. They talk about SmackDown. They talk about Impact. I think they're normally a week behind. He does the show on Wednesday. And they talk about the Thursday before. That's because they want to have SmackDown be fresh, since it's the only show that talks about SmackDown. It is what it is. But honestly, in my mind, for an example, they got a 3-hour pay-per-view on Sunday. They're going to have a 3-hour pay-per-view on a 3-hour show on Monday. On Tuesday, they got a 2-hour SmackDown. Wednesday, you've got the 1-hour NXT. You've got a 2-hour finale of the Cruiserweight Classic, which is the finale, so it will be going away, so it's not like it's going to be there every week. That's 5 big things in 3 days. And I thought that when they moved SmackDown to Tuesday, it was going to be a better thing. But honestly, in my mind, SmackDown still hasn't become that show to me. I'll be 100% honest. Haven't watched 1 episode of SmackDown yet. So why are we talking about Backlash? Because it's going to be a big pay-per-view, and we got to talk about it all. So we'll try to do predictions, and we'll try to guess what's going to be going down. If you can remember, Backlash 2009, which was the last Backlash, which was the Backlash that none other than Double D Hindturd stole from Walmart back in the day. Main evented by Edge versus John Cena, and then you also had the Legacy versus Triple H, Shane, and Batista match for the WWE Championship. Jericho and Steamboat had a singles match on this show. Christian versus Swagger for the ECW Championship. Kane versus Punk in a singles match. And then Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy. Of course, this is coming off the heels of WrestleMania 25. That's when they used to do Backlash, was right after WrestleMania. So it would be the backlash of what happened on the biggest show of the year. And that, I always thought that was a good name. Now you have Extreme Rules, and it is what it is. So, here we are, flash forwarding to Backlash 2016. We're headlined by the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, which is Dean Ambrose going up against AJ Styles. I'll honestly say right off the bat that I hope Dean Ambrose loses the championship. To me, honestly, AJ Styles would be a much better champion. Dean Ambrose, to me, they had the cash in at Money in the Bank. A lot of people thought that he was going to be a short-term champion. They would go in, they would do they did the three-way at Battleground, and a lot of people were surprised that Dean Ambrose came out on top. You know, here he was representing SmackDown. It was fresh off of the draft. I guess they wanted to make SmackDown the #1 deal. Maybe they had thought in their mind they were going to go with Finn Balor as the babyface champion, leading the future for Monday Night Raw on the A Show. But honestly, in my mind, Ambrose hasn't been a very good champion to bring people over to the show. AJ and Cena had a very good couple of matches. To me, honestly, a heel AJ Styles leading this brand is going to be more fun. The one thing that I like about the thing of SmackDown is that Daniel Bryan is not going to be Vince McMahon. He's not going to be that GM that, you know, is forced to go out there and stand up to guys. I think we all saw what happened with Daniel Bryan tried to stand up, and he didn't really even try to stand up. But when he got stood up to by The Miz, and that's the freaking Miz, is that he had to back down and he had to walk away because he can't fight anymore. He can't wrestle. So, you know, AJ can be a heel champion who basically can run his mouth and do what he needs to do. And he doesn't have to be a guy who's going to stand up to authority figures. He just has to go out there and wrestle and prove that he is the phenomenal one, and that he can go out there and he can beat anybody on any given night. And I'm hoping that AJ Styles wins the championship from Dean Ambrose. I think that he would be an awesome champion. As of right now, AJ is standing by himself. He doesn't have the backup of the club anymore, like when AJ went one-on-one against Roman Reigns after WrestleMania at Extreme Rules. And then he also went at the pay-per-view after Extreme Rules, which would be, I don't remember. But we'll have to see what goes down with that. But I'm picking Ambrose in this one. I think that I apologize. I'm picking AJ in this one because I think that he is going to be the bigger guy to come out on top in this whole deal. From there, we'll go to Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, Natalya, and Nikki Bella. We have a 6-pack elimination challenge for the Women's Championship. I think there's 2 names in this match that stand out that really could be the people who take the title. I think it's either going to be Becky Lynch or it's going to be Nikki Bella. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I guess I would be surprised with them both being babyfaces. It comes down to the 2 of them. Honestly, in my mind, I think that Naomi will get eliminated first, followed by Natalya. Then we'll have Alexa Bliss. It'll come down to Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Nikki Bella. I know that they have a little bit of bad blood between Carmella and Nikki Bella, so I wouldn't be surprised if Becky Lynch gets taken out next, and then Nikki Bella ends up winning the title. But in my mind, for my prediction, I'm picking Becky Lynch because she's the one I like more than anybody else on this list. Then we go to the tag team match to qualify for the tag team tournaments finals, which is the Usos going up against the Hype Bros. Of course, on this show, the winner of this match is going to be going up against Heath Slater and Rhino because the Usos attacked American Alpha and taking them out on SmackDown. I'm guessing that this is going to be setting up the Usos versus the American Alpha, maybe at the next pay-per-view, which one that would be, because they messed everything up. I don't know if the plan was to have the tournament final be on this show or if they wanted it to be on SmackDown, and they did the injury angle in order to sort of speed the deal up and get it onto there. But honestly, in my mind, whoever wins this match goes up against Heath Slater and Rhino. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Usos win this, because I think the Usos will actually beat Heath Slater and Rhino in the finals. I think that honestly, they got a really good thing going with Heath Slater right now. I don't think it's going to be making people watch SmackDown. I don't think it's going to be making people watch Raw. But as a fun, entertaining angle for even people to go to WWE.com or go to Twitter, go to Facebook, and watch the videos that they film after the show to sort of tide you over a week in order to get you to the next one. The promos that we've seen, meeting Heath Slater's family, meeting Heath Slater's kids, and Rhino sort of fitting in and adapting to this whole deal. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Rhino take the fall in this match, and then from there have to bury the burden that Heath Slater not getting a SmackDown contract, and then Rhino having to try and find retribution for Heath Slater, whether that means having the Slaters move in with him or, just progressing this storyline. And this is something that I'm sure it wasn't come up with by one of the WWE writers. I'm sure that this is something that Heath Slater proposed for himself, and is just sort of pushing the ball as far as it can go. And I think this has gone way farther than it should have. And the fact that Heath Slater is getting over this much, I love it. I'm a big, huge Heath Slater supporter. I have been ever since he got beat up by all those legends at Raw 1000. I was a fan of three-man band. If you remember back to me talking about going to WrestleMania 30, I said the one picture I wanted to get more than anything else. I knew I was going to meet Hogan. I knew I was going to meet, who else did I meet? I thought I met somebody else kind of big that weekend. I met Sting. But I wanted to meet Three-Man Band, and I wanted to get a picture with them. And I honestly ran across Access after meeting the what the heck was their names? The guys that are the Stars. What the heck is Epico and Primo's name? They became that dang tag team that looked like Matadors, Los Matadores, and they had the little mini dude, and I met them, and then, because I was in the wrong line, I'll blame Phil because of that, and then ran clear across Access to get that picture with Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder Mahal, and that was the best. So from there, we go to Randy Orton going up against Bray Wyatt. This is the match that, honestly, Randy Orton should be getting something better. He stood up to the Beast at SummerSlam. He was not able to beat him, but you can say that he honestly took one hell of a beating, and it's almost like they're just rolling this over into nothing. Randy Orton should be looked at as if he is, one of the toughest son of a bitches on the roster. No one's been able to beat this guy other than when Cena beat him at Extreme Rules, which I think Cena got beat up so bad that day that nobody really remembers it that way unless you're a really, really big fan. And then, of course, the Undertaker deal, where Undertaker gave him the shot in the nuts after Undertaker tapped out, and then the referee and the outside ring announcer were fighting back and forth whether if he tapped out or not, and the match continued, nut shot, and it's over. So, and then of course when Rollins cashed in on him as well, but nobody really counts that because Reigns took the pin. But it's just a match, and because of the fact that it's Bray Wyatt, I'm going to pick Randy Orton because Bray Wyatt never wins on pay-per-view. From there we go to The Miz against Dolph Ziggler. This is going to be for the Intercontinental title. I don't see a switch coming. I think it's good they tried to build something off of the whole Bryan versus Miz deal. But Ziggler came up short in the WWE Championship match, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes up short in this Intercontinental title match as well. Miz has been a great champion. Miz has always been a great champion. So we'll see what goes down. Backlash this Sunday. We'll see you guys down the road.